Today's story is about something very mysterious, the hidden truth of time. It is the kind of truth that makes you stop and think, that makes you see life differently, and that stays in your heart forever. Let me tell you the story of Jackson Thomas, the quiet clockmaker whose secret could change the way we all understand time. In a quiet corner of a small town, there stood an old clock shop. Its wooden door was scratched, its windows cloudy with dust, and above it a faded sign read, Jackson Thomas, Master Clockmaker. Inside, the air smelled of wood, oil, and metal. Clocks of every size filled the shelves. Wall clocks, pocket watches, tall grandfather clocks, and tiny ones that fit in the palm of a hand. Their ticking created a strange music, like hundreds of tiny hearts beating together. The man behind all these creations was Jackson Thomas. He was tall, with silver hair and steady hands. He worked alone and spoke very little. Yet people who owned his clocks believed they were different. Some whispered, "His clocks don't just tell time, they change how you feel time." And then one day Jackson disappeared. His shop stayed locked, his tools left on the table, as if he had gone out for a short walk and never returned. The town was left with only his clocks and his mystery. Years passed, but people still told stories about Jackson's clocks. A baker said, "When I baked bread near his clock, time moved slowly. I could knead the dough with care. I never burned a loaf." A teacher shared, "During my lessons, the clock on my wall seemed to move quickly. My students stayed focused, and the long hours passed smoothly." An old man told his grandchildren, "When I sat with your grandmother, minutes felt like hours. We never rushed, we savored every second." These stories spread through the town like folklore. Some believed Jackson's clocks were magic. Others said it was only imagination. But all agreed his clocks were different. One rainy evening many years later, a young traveler arrived in town. When he heard about the mysterious clockmaker, he asked, "Where is his shop?" The townspeople showed him the narrow street. The traveler pushed open the old wooden door. It creaked loudly. Dust rose in the air, and the silence filled the room. The clocks no longer ticked, as if waiting for him. On the workbench, he found a small wooden box. Inside was an unfinished clock, its gears carefully placed but incomplete. Beside it lay a leather journal with pages yellowed by time. The traveler opened it and read Jackson's handwriting. Time is not only outside us. Time also lives inside us. When we are filled with love, joy, or focus, time feels wide and full. When we waste life in boredom or distraction, time feels short and empty. A single hour of meaning is worth more than a day of emptiness. The traveler closed the book and understood. The secret was not inside the gears or springs. The real magic was in how people lived their moments. Jackson's clocks were reminders to pay attention, to value life, and to live it fully. Even without Jackson, his wisdom lived on. A mother played with her child, and every minute stretched into beautiful memory. A young artist painted with passion, and hours passed like seconds. A tired worker, scrolling on his phone, looked up and sighed, "Where did my day go?" Jackson's truth was clear. Time grows when life is filled with meaning, and time shrinks when it is wasted. Now, dear listener, the story is not only about Jackson Thomas. It is also about you. Ask yourself, how do you spend your hours? Do you fill them with love, focus, and joy? Or do you let them slip away in distraction? Jackson's wisdom gives us a choice. Put away the things that waste your time. Give your full attention to someone you love. Do small things each day with care and purpose. Because time is not a master you must obey. Time is a canvas and you are the painter. So paint it with laughter, kindness, and meaning. That is how moments become timeless. The Clockmaker's secret teaches us. A single moment lived fully can shine brighter than a whole lifetime wasted. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you in the next one.